You need money to survive, and today, like every day, your only chance is your small hot dog cart on the crowded city streets. You push it out early in the morning, hoping to sell enough to pay rent and eat something tonight. The cart is old, the streets are busy, and everyone seems to ignore you. But you can't stop. This stand is your lifeline, and every hot dog you sell is another step closer to making it. You spend hours yelling over car horns and chatter, trying to catch someone's attention. Some days, people smile at you, tip you a few coins, and you feel a spark of hope. Other days, they walk right past, too busy to notice, and your cart feels smaller than ever. The competition is brutal. Food trucks, fast food chains, and fancy cafes surround you, and you wonder if this tiny stand will ever be enough to survive. You finally sell your first hot dog of the day and feel a tiny rush of victory, but the moment is fleeting. The wobble wobbles, the bun drops, and a competitor grabs your prime corner. Every small success feels temporary. Every failure feels devastating. And yet, you push forward, because giving up isn't an option. You have to keep selling, keep hustling, keep dreaming that one day, this small cart will change everything. Then, someone stops. A stranger, not just another passerby, but someone who watches you, studies you. They buy a hot dog, but linger, smiling at the care you put into your work. They leave a tip that's bigger than usual and whisper something you barely catch. Keep doing this. You don't know it yet, but this tiny moment will start a chain reaction that changes your life forever. A few days later, you're invited to join a local food festival. Your cart suddenly feels huge, your small space now the center of attention. People line up, cameras flash, and your hands shake as you serve. But even here, nothing is guaranteed. Orders pile up, sauces spill, and critics point out your mistakes. You realize the higher you go, the harder it becomes. Every success now carries a risk of failure. Then it happens. A local food blogger tastes your hot dog, films it, and posts it online. Within hours, notifications explode. Your small cart becomes a viral sensation. You feel excitement, disbelief, and pressure all at once. The crowds grow bigger, your line stretches around the block, and the city notices you. But just when things seem perfect, new challenges appear. Jealous competitors, impatient customers, and the fear of losing it all. Fame isn't easy. Mistakes are amplified. A burnt bun or a dropped order feels like a disaster. Some people copy your recipes. Others complain about every little thing. You feel the weight of expectation crushing you. You start questioning whether this new life is worth the stress. But deep down, you know if you give up now, all the effort, all the struggle will have been for nothing. You have to keep going. Slowly, you adopt. You refine your recipes, hire a small team, and streamline your hot dog operations. Your hot dogs become a brand. Your tiny cart evolves into a citywide favorite. The city recognizes you. You realize that all the struggle, all the failures, and even the viral moment were stepping stones. You're no longer just a vendor. You're a creator, a leader, and someone who turned survival into success. What started as just a hot dog cart, just trying to survive, turned into something no one expected, not even you. Your life proves that even the smallest beginnings can lead to extraordinary outcomes if you keep pushing. But your story doesn't end there, because success only opens the door to an entirely new set of challenges you never saw coming. You take a risk and open your first real restaurant, and suddenly the weight of responsibility feels far heavier than pushing your old cart through crowded streets. The kitchen is louder, faster, and far less forgiving, where every second counts and every mistake becomes visible. Now, every order must meet higher expectations, because people are no longer just buying food, they are judging your entire brand. Customers sit down, observe everything, and expect not just a meal, but an unforgettable experience worth talking about. That pressure follows you every single day, never giving you a moment to fully relax or feel secure. As your team grows, so do your responsibilities, forcing you to step into a leadership role you were never formally trained for. You find yourself hiring, training, and managing people, learning through mistakes rather than guidance. Some employees lose motivation and leave when things get tough, unable to handle the fast-paced environment you've built. Others doubt your vision completely, questioning whether your success was just a temporary trend. And some mistakes, small at first, end up costing you far more than just money, affecting your reputation. There are long nights when you stay behind after closing, alone in the quiet kitchen, cleaning and reflecting. You replay every decision in your head, wondering what you could have done better. Sometimes you catch yourself thinking about the past, when life felt simpler with just a cart and a dream. Back then, survival was the only goal, and expectations were much lower. But deep inside, you know you can't go back to that version of your life anymore. You remind yourself that growth always comes with discomfort and uncertainty. So instead of retreating, you decide to push forward once again with even more determination. You begin refining your systems, organizing your workflow, and creating structure where there once was chaos. Slowly, your restaurant starts running more efficiently, and the stress becomes more manageable. Customers begin to return regularly, not only because of your food, but because of the story behind it. Word spreads beyond your neighborhood, reaching people from different parts of the city and beyond. Soon, customers are traveling specifically to experience what you've built from nothing. Local news picks up your story, shining a spotlight on your journey from struggle to success. That attention grows into national recognition, putting your name on a much bigger stage. Your brand becomes more than just a business, it becomes a symbol of persistence and resilience. But with greater success comes even greater pressure, testing you in ways you never expected. Operating costs rise, expectations grow, and the risks become significantly higher than before. A single negative review can now reach thousands of people within minutes. One bad experience has the power to damage what you spent years building. And eventually, it happens, a night where everything goes wrong all at once. Orders fall behind, customers grow frustrated, and complaints start piling up quickly. You watch your ratings drop and feel your confidence begin to shake again. For a brief moment, it feels like your entire journey is about to collapse. But this time, you don't let fear control your actions. You face the situation directly, taking responsibility instead of avoiding it. You respond to criticism, make improvements, and show customers that you genuinely care. Gradually, trust begins to rebuild, stronger than it was before. Through that experience, something shifts inside you as a leader. You're no longer just reacting to problems, you're anticipating and preventing them. With renewed confidence, you decide to expand your business even further. You open a second restaurant, applying everything you learned from your first. Then another follows, each one more refined and efficient than the last. Every location carries your story, reminding people of where it all began. Your journey becomes a blueprint for others chasing their own dreams. Years later, you stand inside one of your busiest locations, watching everything unfold. Lines stretch outside the door, filled with people waiting patiently for your food. The familiar smell of hot dogs fills the air, bringing you back to your very first day. But now, everything around you reflects growth, success, and transformation. You're no longer just trying to survive. You've built something that inspires others. And it all started with a small cart on a crowded street where no one noticed you. Until one day, everything changed because you refused to give up. If you want more stories of impossible rises and unexpected twists, hit subscribe and watch the next story. You never know where your life could go.